Israeli airstrikes have killed at least 4 Palestinians in the Gaza Strip on Monday, bringing the death toll to over 750 since the ceasefire began. Relatives have held funerals for the dead. Medics say one of the strikes hit a group of men outside a school in Deir al-Balah in central Gaza. The attacks come as mediators from Egypt, Turkey and Qatar meet with Hamas leaders in Cairo to discuss implementation of the second phase of the Gaza deal. Let's go to Hani Mahmoud. He's live for us in Gaza City. Morning to you, Hani. What can you tell us about the latest attacks?
Well, good morning to you too, and perhaps these are the only minutes that have been quiet so far compared to the earlier hours of today, where the heavy artillery, the sound of the drones, and not just one, multiple of them humming in the background here in the eastern part of the Gaza Strip. And there have been recurring patterns of drones hovering and patrolling the area before they launched their attacks. They already caused panic and the state of fear among already displaced population. But preceded to that, the overnight attacks already killed one person, a freelance journalist who happened to be in one of the coffee shops. And this is what's really going on these days. Many of people, due to the shortages of fuel here, not many places have power generators. They're only concentrated in certain areas. So many of freelance journalists, many online workers, they end up inside these coffee shops just taking advantage of the availability of a couple hours of power to charge their laptops, to charge their phones and finish their work and leave. That's when the attack happened. The coffee shop happened to be very packed with a lot of people inside when the drone fired a missile and killed the journalist right at the spot. The Israeli military accused the journalist as someone who is been involved in many of the attacks in the past, but according to family members and colleagues, they said he was just working for multiple local platforms and was finishing work at the time when the attack happened. 5 other people were reported with severe injuries, reported to the field hospital near in the heart of Gaza and later on to al-Shifa hospital. Just in the past hour or so, one person was reported with severe injuries resulting from the ongoing heavy machine guns by the helicopter, military chopper patrolling both northern part of the Gaza Strip and also eastern side of Khan Yunis city, causing many of the injuries. The person, as soon as he arrived to the hospital here in al-Shifa hospital, was pronounced dead just within a few minutes of these attacks. These are just examples of the many violations going on so far since the ceasefire started back in October of last year, just giving people bad feelings about whether this is going to move forward or are we stuck in this limbo forever.
And Hani, these ongoing strikes come in the context of limited aid and supplies getting into the Strip. Talk us through that situation.
There is a rising concern these days. It's not just food, it's not just medical supplies that are missing, are banned from entering the Gaza Strip, and even if they are allowed in a trickle amount that is not sufficient enough for hospitals, not sufficient enough for households here. We talk about food, and if they are available, they're still very expensive, giving the money that is paid at the crossing is sort of a bribe just to get these products in the commercial trucks, particularly inside the Gaza Strip, let alone the less amount of aid coming into the Gaza Strip. But there's also other basic necessities here needed for the cars, the mobile phones, the electronics that are needed here for students, for workers, for local businesses to sustain their business that are also banned here. It has been so far months since the last time the Israeli military allowed one convoy of these electronics, one convoy of car oil and auto parts here, just threatening that daily life is going to a standstill. And one of our reports here will look into the effect of the ban on the entry, not only just the electronics and other essential necessities, but also car oil as well as auto parts that are leaving, power generators leaving cars here. If they break, they will continue to be broken and with no ability to fix them whatsoever.